So Samsung's 5th generation Galaxy S model, the Samsung Galaxy S5, is now in our hands, and there's quite a lot of hype with this device. So we'll make this video nice and short for all of you who just want to know the new features added to the Samsung Galaxy S5, starting with the build and hardware. The star of the show is the larger 5.1-inch 1080p Super AMOLED display. It packs the same 1080p resolution, but it's much brighter and much more vibrant than the Note 3 and the S4. It was actually ranked the best display in mobile. Yes, it's that good. The phone has slimmed down in overall thickness and has grown a bit more in height and length. When you compare it to its S4 brethren, you can see the size differences is actually pretty large. The S5 is now made out of this weird material on the back. It has a similar composition to the Moto X, but just overall much cheaper. The back is still removable and sadly still flexible and very thin. You can see a rubber gasket on the inside of the back cover to protect the battery, SIM card, and SD card slot. That's for the IP67 rating, or basically a water resistance of up to 1 meter for 30 minutes. We still have a physical home button on the phone, but there's an addition lying underneath it. It's a fingerprint scanner, similar to the one on the iPhone 5S. To be honest, it's actually hit and miss. Why? Because you actually have to swipe your finger over the fingerprint reader, and if you have any kind of adjustment or movement away from the fingerprint reader, it will give you an error message. The back has some more features other than the new dimpled back. You can see a new 16 megapixel camera, which is capable of recording 4K video. Also, the autofocusing is lightning fast, unlike any other device I've used before. Underneath the camera, you'll find an LED flash and a heart rate sensor. The sensor is used in the application called S-Health. You simply place your finger on the sensor, this little red light will shine, and if you hold steady, it should give you an accurate reading. Sometimes the tiniest movements will disrupt the whole reading and you'll get a message like this. Software-wise, we have Android 4.4.2 and a new version of Samsung's TouchWiz. It's a slightly toned-down version of TouchWiz, but don't mistake it for a vanilla copy of Android. Just about everywhere on the new software, you can see the predecessor's DNA. Magazine was completely lifted off the Note 3, optimized a little bit for the S5, and now is on the home screen. It's powered by Flipboard and acts very similar to Blink Feed. It gives you stories and feeds of information, but again, it's very limited compared to Blink Feed or any independent application. And that about wraps it up for the S5. It's not a huge departure from the S4, only the size could tell them apart. We'll have plenty of more content about the Samsung Galaxy S5, including the showdown of 2014, the Samsung Galaxy S5 versus HTC One M8. So please hit that subscribe button, stay tuned for that video when it goes live. Also, leave us a like if you found this video helpful, and leave us any comments you may have below. But for now, my name is Marco Hanna from PhoneDog.com. You can follow me on Twitter at PhoneDog_Marco, and I'll see you guys in the next one.